Telekinesis. You're not exactly from around here, are you?
No, I am not.
You just came for a temporal disturbance.
Whose temper am I disturbing?
Temporal disturbance. You travelled through time and caused quite a mess doing so.
No, are you sure? Time travel? I wouldn't go anywhere near that.
I know your ship has come through a wormhole and it's crashed somewhere in this park.
It's too dangerous to meddle with time. Could cause the universe to end before it should.
On the contrary, I'm trying to use it to sustain this world and stop it from falling into chaos.
Time travel, sustain the world. Time travel is chaos.
You think? I'll show you real chaos.
Wait, no!
This is 2017. 50 years into the future. This is wrong. And this is what I'm trying to change. This isn't what I grew up with. Which means something has to change.
It reminds me of home. Everything collapsed. Everything coming to an end.
End of the universe. So that's how far you've travelled.
So we really have traveled through time. This is too early. The universe should not end yet. But how do we stop this from happening in this world at this time? Time travel? But changing the tiniest thing could change so much more.
Exactly. Changing the tiniest thing can have the biggest of impact. So many new possibilities and for people to live their lives. Because no one should have to live like this. We've got to make the loop or so many lives won't even exist.
But that's why I don't like time travel in the first place, because these kind of changes can be made.
Only time travel can fix its mistakes.
Alright, fair enough. We'll do it.
Great. Right, time to make history. Again. I don't suppose you've got any equipment on your ship.
But I have conditions.
Right.
First of all, we don't change time itself, we change people's thoughts. Second of all, no killing. I've seen way too much. Third of all, you repair my ship or give me a new one. And fourth of all, we go back to my time, we war against the Azorians, we get me a pet Nizo.
Ooh, Google Box.
Ow, what are you doing here? Have you put the dog in the other room?
Starting.
Everyone's settling down to watch a new TV series about a time-travelling dancer.
Can I try this on, please?
It's you.
Oh, look, it's a changing room.
It's in a costume shop.
I remember when I met your dad in a costume shop, he was wearing really tight trousers.
Mum, shut up.
Have you put the dog in the other room?
Yeah, sure, yeah, go on. It didn't fit. Where am I? This isn't the costume shop from that I know. This isn't from 1970. Hello? Well, that's a bit rude. Can you help me? I'm sorry, sorry, no, I'm busy. I've just come to return this.
Gosh, that's a bit rude.
But I just need to get out of here, okay? Are you a dancer? Yeah. Can you not see my team jacket? Please help. I just went into changing rooms, came out, and it's completely different. I don't have time for this. I need to go before anyone sees me. What? I'm quitting dance. I don't want to see anyone from my team. Oh, so you're not good enough? Probably the best. Just can't stay. Too much drama. Better and better. You think? Well, let's battle. Okay then. Let me get ready. Hey, can you turn that music up? Stressful enough. The train's the reason, I'm just sick of it. Come on then, I want to see what you've got. I want to see your best moves. Excuse me, could you put some 70s disco music on?
The man with my dad dances.
It does, yes.
That was fun. Now I want to learn from you. Hang on, let me get my phone. We can get the music on Spotify. You're amazing. Thank you. I'm going to miss dancing. My mum taught me how when I was little. I wish I could go back to how it was then. It was so stress-free. No worries. Dance was just fun. The drama will blow over, but your talent for dance won't. If you quit now, you'll lose all your flexibility and you'll forever regret that. You're too good to quit and you could get a really good career.
Well, I could dance better than these two.
Let's see you try. The dog dances like you.
Thank you for being kind. You've really boosted my confidence. You made me realise I love dance more than I thought I did. I've got to go though. I've got a train to catch. Excuse me, don't forget your phone. I've had fun too. I almost forgot that this is not 1970. Wait, any idea how I can get back?
Ooh, Google Box.
Hands up, I shoot.
Please don't shoot.
Put your weapons down.
I'm not carrying any weapons.
No one allowed out after dark. Why are you here?
Oh, I'm really sorry, I didn't know.
I don't care, you know. Why are you here?
I'm a bit lost. I got chased by a horse.
Is it a pony or are you the one gonna get chased by a horse?
I'm not going to get chased by a horse.
I wish you would.
You do realise that you're on the other side of the room, and I could just have a pillow fight with you right now. Oh, ah.
I'm losing my patience.
I was using Google Maps and then I got chased by a horse.
You're in a stricter area. You need to leave.
I'm looking for the recycling plant. Can you give me directions?
I'm authorized to shoot anyone to enter stricter area. You're on to 5 seconds to leave.
Look, I'm not from round here, but I also have a mission.
Under whose authority?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I've come from the future.
Is there unicorns in the future, Roger?
Life isn't just unicorns, you know.
Life is unicorns.
They do not even exist.
Shush!
Ha ha ha!
I'm not joking.
Okay, well, you're from the future. Who's the next Doctor Who?
That's not important.
Looking at your clothes. You got lost from editions or something?
You wear those clothes all the time, Roger.
I don't wear ugly clothes all the time. Have you seen what you're wearing?
Rude.
See, I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Ha 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 ha! Okay. You said something about the mission? Let's hear it.
The way you live now is in danger. What's your favorite animal?
It's a tiger.
Yeah, tigers don't exist anymore. Neither do rhinos, blue whales, and a whole load of other animals.
Alright.
And you know birds?
Oh yeah. Don't tell me that they're extinct.
They're not extinct, but you never hear birdsong anymore. Because birds don't live in the cities. Only people live in the cities.
Where birds live?
They live in reserves, and there's not many of them anymore.
That's awful.
Well, you've not heard the worst of it yet. What's your favorite food?
Margarita pizza.
That's my favourite food. No more pizza.
It's just a TV program.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore.
What? Why?
Well, there's not many bees left. So they've started making food in laboratories.
Like what's that like?
Horrible, like truly disgusting.
What can we do to help?
So what can we do to help?
What?
You can help
What's going on?
This is a bit weird.
by not buying things to dispose of them so soon after, like clothes, phones.
Get out! What are you doing here?
It looks like they're actually in our living room.
I think they are.
Other species lived quite happily on Earth before you came along. You are not the superior race. Do not expect that you are the highest in the universe and then just destroy your own planet while doing so.
That's a bit harsh.
Thriving other species of the planet isn't.
Okay, let's just take a breath here. We're here to advise you, no, warn you about your future. You have to stop supporting such destructive forces of creating energy. The future must be wind farms, hydroelectricity, and solar panels.
He's right, you know.
Stop being over dramatic. Everything will work out okay in the end.
How would she know? Has she got a crystal ball like she's from the future or something?
Stupid human philosophies, religions, the crusades, conspiracy theories, the planet is round.
They are invented new ways of saving us all the time.
Technology isn't going to be able to take the full force of our species' wrongdoing.
What are you doing here anyway?
Oh, we forgot to mention, we travelled here from the future. You're not going to believe the destruction that's on its way.
If it's actually real.
David, John, where is Harry Hill?
Who's Harry Hill?
Oh no, if you don't know, you don't want to know.
Can I suggest a little trip? A timely solution.
Wow. I hope we come here next.
They are not Santa Claus.
What?
I'm feeling butterflies in my stomach and my mouth. I'm feeling terrified that my confidence has gone south. Might get lost and marooned in between time and space. Feeling pins and needles in my hands and my face. I smell burning marshmallows and I know that it's time taste burnt toast, feel the air rushing past. I'm shaking with excitement, my heart's beating fast. We're on an adventure to the future and the past. We're traveling through time, we're gonna have a blast. What will we discover? Where will we end up? Will we arrive in the right era? Will we get stuck? I built this time machine to take me wherever I'd like. In the future, will we still have night? My mind is worrying, will I land back at home? Will I be able to mind read through my phone? I smell burning marshmallows and I know that it's time. The clock hands are whirring and it's 9:30. I'm tasting toast, feel the air rushing past. I'm shaking with excitement, my heart's beating fast. We're on an adventure to the future and the past. We're traveling through time, we're gonna have a blast. What will we discover? Where will we end up? Will we arrive in the right era? Or will we get stuck? My machine parachutes me down into the dark. I can see the same excitement in my park. No, it's not, though there looks like swings. I don't know what they do with these things. I smell burning marshmallows and I know that it's time. The clock hands are whirring and it's 9:30. I taste burnt toast, feel the air rushing past. I'm shaking with excitement, my heart's beating fast. We're on an adventure to the future and the past. We're traveling through time, we're gonna have a blast. What will we discover? Where will we end up? Will we arrive in the right era? Or will we get stuck?
But it's got an enter, a backspace, and delete.
The world is done for. Ever since one man proposed an idea for the world's biggest dam. Rumours say it was a Frenchman, others say it was an Italian man that had the cursed idea, but it doesn't matter now. All that remains of once mighty nations is dust and rocks. From the posters in the remains of old London, it was supposed to be a utopia, filled with rich farmland, free of famine, jobs for the jobless and homes for the homeless. What a utopia it was. It was so good they had a Third World War straight after the Second. And that went well for everyone. No one thought, is this land suitable for plant life? When the Third World War ended, they realised this, but it was too late now. And it had heated the whole of Europe. It seemed the victor of the Third World War got bored and moved some of the Mediterranean Sea. Most people want to go there, and it's my job to get them there without being mauled to death or killed by bandits.
That's awful.
Find out that little heart of a blaze.
Maybe a being from the other side of the universe finds the concept a bit easier to grasp.
It's climate change. No one can be a denier now.
It's not just climate change, it's the way your communities treat each other.
The man we have found has promised to take us to the African Sea. Me and my wife are surprised how cheap it is and the many dangers we have had to overcome to get to the African Sea. We set off from the remains of South Paris at midnight to avoid a large group of bandits that operate in daylight. We are travelling south guided by the stars. When we finally reach our destination of the African coast, we are hoping to get a home in one of the large cities and a job in one of the many factories.
Wow, we just take it for granted that we can find work and shelter.
Yes, you need to protect workers' rights you have now.
Date of entry, God knows. Dear Diary, I'm sorry I haven't written for so long. Huh? Look at me apologising to an inanimate object. Anyway, my neurocam is out of range now, so I've had to resort to using this archaic voice-only way of recording entries. I'm so lonely now, and though not all who wander are lost, I sure am. Though I suppose that's a given now. I am the one who wanted to be alone. Wish I hadn't said that now. At least it's quiet though. But who am I kidding? I have nowhere to go, no one to talk to, and nothing left. The buildings are gone, almost like they melted off their rebar, leaving behind a new form of modern art, if you can call it that. On the bright side, animals and plants are doing the best they have in centuries. Even if some have two heads now. Yes, even the plants. I've been talking to myself more than ever lately. I'm starting to hear answers. I need to find others before it's too late. End of entry.
Is Primark still open, and how do you top up your phone?
What about public transport?
What about healthcare, the rule of law, and public services?
Exactly. If left to ourselves, we can rely on human society.
And you don't appreciate it. This is how it starts.
Dave, I've been running some tests recently, and just out of my curiosity, what do you say?
Test? The good bad? That air test, and you happened to the last guy, you went missing.
That's exactly what I'm doing. The results ain't good, Dave. You need to listen.
Shh, you don't know who's listening. I don't want to be found out talking about this, right?
He might be dead soon.
Look, I don't want to hear about this. You have a family, I have a family. I don't... Just please, shush.
Oh, I am sorry, alright?
I don't want to hear about this. You have a family, I have a family. Just please be quiet. Thank you.
That looks nice. What have you got in your box?
Fancy just a salad.
Yeah. No time to talk about salad. Have you seen this? Why? What is it, Sam? It's a leaked memo from the government. I can't tell you how I got this, but you need to know that some of our colleagues from other labs have gone missing. What do you mean? This memo, it states that Gary, the scientist, is working on a project and flippantly discussed his work with a pal in the streets. Let me guess, those CCTV cameras have caught him out. Looks that way.
You don't mean Gary Smith?
Yeah, I do. Did you know him, Dave?
Break's over in 5 minutes.
Well, hello there, 7251. That's odd. We don't normally get a break cut-off point.
Right, let's get back to work. I'm off.
I haven't even finished my brew yet. Oh, that's odd. It's Dave's daughter. Hello?
Hey, Matt. I was wondering if you saw my dad last night, as he didn't come home.
I saw him yesterday, but he's not coming to work today. That's not like Dave.
Break's over in 5 minutes.
Listen, Emma, I've got to go, but I'll let you know if I see your dad. Goodbye. For some reason, I have a really bad feeling about this.
Well, it does seem a bit suspicious, especially since Dave did mention Gary yesterday. But we don't know why.
Yeah, what's happened to Gary?
More to the point, what's happened to Dave?
Well, it all seems very suspicious to me. Mick, you're right. Let's just keep our nose out there. Come on, let's go back to work. Hello, citizens of the country. Today is your rules briefing, which we, as the government, will go through every week. Our first rule is that all school children will now be attending their schools only on Saturday and Sundays. Our second rule will be that the rich pay more tax due to our country being very poor, and the working class won't pick up the slack anymore. That's a big problem. The third rule that we're reminding you of is that poor people and men will no longer have any say in government matters, e.g. no voting. We are now placing in a law that anyone who dares break these rules will be fined 1,000 and even a chance of prosecution or worse, the death penalty. I would like to remind you that our books are read right to left, as it helps the individual's intellect. We are trying to find a solution to the water board's refusal to supply any tap water, and until that is resolved, there will be very strong blackcurrant and orange cordial in the hot and cold water taps. Water can still be bought in the expensive shops such as Waitrose and Marks and Spencer's, as it helps the government fund absolutely nothing, and I can put it in my back pocket. Just a reminder that in order to clean yourselves you will need to use products such as bleach and many other harmful chemicals so that we can ensure that COVID-19 will not affect our strong people. As of the week beginning of every week, we will be posting and broadcasting this between the hours of all the good television, and it will interrupt every channel because it's more important that people understand the rules and that they must be obeyed to save the world. Thank you for engaging and supporting this nonsense, and I will see you all next Monday. Prime Minister Frederick.
And now for today's weather.
We have a promising outlook for the next few days. Weather looks bleak now. There are downpours scheduled for the rest of the day, but tomorrow looks brighter with darkening clouds. It's definitely trying to improve by tomorrow. Hail, winds, rain. Weather looks fine. Tsunami, earthquakes, tsunami. Oh no! I'm out of here. Whoa! 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 Whoa!
How do we stop this happening?
Get used to doing things yourself.
Get organised, take responsibility.
The world is split into fragments like a fragile mineral, the slightest touch segmenting it more so. Communities also started to fragment, some melding until they were unrecognisable, some becoming so drastically different that their options were separate or die. Either way, society only exists in small pockets now, leaving the majority alone searching for places and people that won't kill them. Climate change has scorched and boiled some areas and frozen others. There is little land and even fewer supplies. Thanks to World War III, we can barely eat anything now. The radiation has mutated the plants and animals so that you can only eat certain ones. Well, technically you can eat any of them, as long as you don't mind growing a second head, or straight up dying if you're unlucky.
If everyone who's seen this could get together, we could make a difference.
Let's get united!
Sometimes when I close my eyes, suddenly I realize I don't have a single clue of what the hell I want to do. It's not even Monday anymore, not that long gone away before. Just gone by is Friday night, but there's one thing we know alright. Everyday decisions, like should I go outside or sit and do revision? Do I need to take a coat, or will it be a washout? And I wish I had a vote. I wish I knew how to speak French, or that I could be a striker and not always on the bench. I wish I would never get old, and that I could climb up mountains without ever being cold. It's a Monday, it's a Saturday or Sunday, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life today or tomorrow. Every day's a Monday, it's a Saturday or Sunday, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life this weekend. I go to some bar, meet a girl who can play guitar, sits around strumming and never wants to leave. Maybe we'll get kicked out the bar, go away somewhere really far, get locked into each other's eyes, sitting still like a block of ice. But how can I make a decision when I don't even know what to eat for dinner? Sick of always being a beginner. I long for the day when I'm a winner. Decisions, choices, I'm terrible at them. I'm an impatient person's worst nightmare. So say all of my friends. So say all of my friends. It's a Saturday or Sunday, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life today or tomorrow. Every day's a Monday, it's a Saturday or Sunday, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life this weekend. This Justice Squad for equity, change is our speciality. Here for all humanity, save us for our sanity.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever else is listening, thank you for coming today. We are the Justice Squad, a collective formed of our members, codenamed Cat, codenamed Cowgirl, and myself, the Dinosaur. We are here today to talk about the problems with the way things are done currently, to hopefully get one step closer to a better world that we all want. Our main concerns are as follows.
Where I live, lots of people are accessing food banks because of the cost of living is way more than their wages. Parents are going without food during the holidays to make sure their children are fed. Schools are trying to plug the gap, but they have limited resources. The Justice Squad will increase the minimum wage to £12.74 to stop the need for people relying on food banks. In addition, we will tax the rich more. The ratio of tax to wealth is unjust and will not be tolerated. Lower earners will decide the wage for the rich members of society. This will be done via a People's Assembly with a voting system in place. We will enforce a cap on pay.
I get the train every morning at 8 a.m. This is a really busy train, as there are many people getting the train to work, college, and plenty of other reasons. They are overcrowded, and people are having to stand in the aisles and in the doorways, cramped. I've had to do this many times after a long day, and this is the last thing I want to do. Sometimes there is not enough room on the train for me, and I am left on the platform, waiting for up to 40 minutes for the next train.
sometimes this happens to people in the morning and they end up being late for work. This isn't good enough, and people's jobs are being put at risk through repeated lateness. An improvement to the public transport system would help tackle climate change and would reduce the stress and anxiety levels of commuters. We will work with local transport providers to ensure they are able to meet the needs of their customers, and will hold them to account so that they show the same loyalties to their customers as their customers do to them.
We need a government that supports the poor because, as shown by the US, not a lot of people can afford healthcare. We really desperately need to pay the NHS workers the wage they deserve, as it's very wrong that the people who improve and often save countless lives daily have to scrape by on a pittance, especially now that they're risking their lives more than ever. And claps aren't a steady income, we all know that.
In my community, people from lots of different areas of the world live together, and I can learn about different cultures just by stepping outside my front door. However, in many communities this isn't the case. It is sad to see that many cultures are underrepresented in the national curriculum. Lack of understanding leads to ignorance and bigotry. However, we can fix this. We will make learning about different cultures and tradition a must within schools. All cultures are worthy of acknowledgement and needs to be recognised. We will make sure they are all included on these calendars so that people know when to expect celebrations. We will include a multitude of different cultures within shows and films. No culture should be excluded. Actors, artists and models will be from all different backgrounds. You have our word. We will make sure hiring agencies are more diverse with their hiring. Face-to-face interviews will be a thing of the past, with hiring purely based on skills and education, not based on your cultural background. As we've seen during lockdown, the environment has improved. The air is cleaner, animals have returned previously on habitable land, and there are less cars on the roads. However, the use of single-use plastics has once again exploded, and movements such as reduce, reuse, recycle, zero waste have become hard to maintain. Where there is a rise in plastic, there will also be a rise in littering. We've seen so much litter lately: fast food packages, dog poo bags, random household waste, and worst of all, potentially infected face masks being left all over the place. This needs to change. We will work to increase fines for littering and increase the number of public bins available to try and combat said littering and to ensure the safety of reusable plastics. Thank you for listening.
Humanity, save us for our sanity.
Justice, squad for equity, change is our speciality. Here for all humanity, save us for our sanity. Ending this profanity, stopping this brutality. Make a new reality, save us from calamity. Justice, squad for equity, change is our speciality. Here for all humanity, save us for our sanity. Ending this profanity, stopping this brutality. Make a new reality, save us from calamity. Justice, squad for equity, change is our speciality. Here for all humanity, save us for our sanity. Ending this profanity, stopping this brutality. Make a new reality, save us from calamity. Justice, squad for equity, change is our speciality. Here for all humanity, save us for our sanity. Ending this profanity, stopping this brutality. Make a new reality, save us from calamity. Justice, squad for equity, change is our speciality. Here for all humanity, save us for our sanity. Ending this profanity, stopping this brutality. Make a new reality, save us from calamity.